Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into some hot topics. Let's go. So Nene talks to Erica Mena on her podcast. She talks about calling Spice a name, and she talks about if she will return to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She said that more likely Spice, she wasn't talking about the color of her skin, but she was talking about her appearance. I don't know if that's worse. But then as far as Love and Hip Hop goes, I don't need Erica back on Love and Hip Hop. I need Erica. If she's gonna be on Love and Hip Hop, she needs to be in New York. As soon as Yandy and Mendices leave, it's gonna be all good for me. So I don't need her on there. What do you think? Speaking of Love and Hip Hop, child, y'all been sending me this because this is what Rasheeda posted after she saw how many people were talking about her in the concert, right? So she decided to put the entire clip that she did in that part where she said she ain't never leaving Kirk. But it was this for me. Baby, the fact she was out here in these garbage cans. Who is this woman? I spoke about this on a few minutes ago, a while ago. If you need to turn off your locations, you need to turn off your locations, right? This is the new Instagram update. I don't know why Instagram did this, but they can tell you exactly where you are down to your address. So as soon as mine updates tonight, when I get up tomorrow, Lord said the same, I'm turning mine off. So if you need to know how to turn it off, just inbox me and I'll let you know. But I showed it to you on my last video. Why is it that when people get in these positions, they cannot seem to keep their hand off money that does not belong to them? Jason Lee, the vice mayor, meaning he's the one that stands next to the man that cut ribbons, has allegedly used $50K in city funds for a Wildin' Out event. But Nick Cannon, what you paying for? A hotel, a t-shirt, and a bottle of Ace of Spades? Like, you are crazy. Is this alleged? This is all alleged. This is all alleged. Because who wouldn't use city money to book themselves a gig? I know better than this. Jason, this is crazy. Child, Claressa says she got to get y'all straight because she and Papoose is not breaking up because this is her man. She said her and Pap was over her mama house and they was having a celebratory dinner, right? And she not leaving her man. So y'all can just stop that. This is what she had to say. All I see is lies. Stop lying. Me and my man at my mama house eating victory dinner that she cooked for me. I got to start checking y'all lies. We great over here. Nice try, garden tools. So y'all leave that girl alone. Meanwhile, Laila Ali said, nobody calls shots on me. I do things when, how, and where I like to do them. So, look, girl, you just keep up with your married man at home, okay? And leave Laila alone. Because once Laila gets to her boxing weight, it's going to be on and popping. And like I said earlier, my money on Laila Ali. Then Erica Banks over here arrested for allegedly having a stolen firearm in the airport. Now, what I didn't realize, what I found out the other night, her daddy is a minister. What are you doing with the stolen firearm in your bag? And you can't tell me you didn't know that was there. So like I said, she had the firearms. She didn't know that they were stolen. And they were stolen out of Greenville, South Carolina. She was on her way from Atlanta to Houston. She was booked. She's only staying in there about an hour. Her legal team is already fighting back. In a statement, her attorney insisted that she had no knowledge of the firearm being stolen. It's our contention that when she was caught with this weapon, she had no idea it was stolen, the lawyer said, so she is not guilty of any offense. And once we get to court on this case, my job is to make sure this never becomes a part of her criminal history and to have these charges dismissed. Now, she said she didn't know it was stolen, but she was aware that she had it in her bag. Child, we just got to the point we can keep our shoes on. Don't mess this up. Then Busta Rhymes is over here in a $7 million lawsuit by his ex-assistant for alleged assault and labor law violations. Busta Rhymes is back in the headlines. It's not about the music. what's the name? A lawsuit from his former assistant, Dashelle Gables, stemming from an alleged lawsuit and multiple labor law violations. Oh my gosh. So they're saying that this started over Gables using his phone on the job, which escalated into, this situation, resulting in swelling around Gables' eyes and emotional trauma. Now, I think we all heard about that earlier this year. That was back in January. But the accusation did not stop there. Gable also claims Busta Rhymes' real name, Trevor Smith, violated multiple labor laws, including failure to pay earned wages and workplace mistreatment. Following the January incident, Busta turned himself into the authorities after allegedly fleeing the scene. He was hit with a misdemeanor. Charges include third-degree assault, attempted assault, and harassment. Now, Dashelle Gables, meanwhile, was taken to the hospital by police and paramedics after the 911 call. These men have gotten too old for this stuff to start happening. Now, Gables wants $6 to $7 million in damages for assault, battery, wage theft, and infliction of emotional distress. Y'all need to stay at home sometime. Child, this is so crazy. Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband, Brandon Blackstock, has passed away at the age of 48. Child, they had a crazy divorce. Kelly was paying this man so much money. It was crazy. I wonder how she feels today. Rest well, sir. Child, look who is fleeing the scene. When you talk about fleeing the scene, not Marjorie Taylor Greene says she fed up with how the party treats women and regular Americans. She said, I don't want to have anything to do with it. Why not? You've had a lot to do with all of this. Everything. You've been the biggest cheerleader and the loudest cheerleader. Now you got a problem with how women are treated. Maybe somebody got rejected. Allegedly. So she did an exclusive interview with the Daily Mail. She said that the party is turning their back on regular Americans and women. And she said it's a good old boy system. And she said this is something she's all of a sudden cannot stand by, right? All of a sudden. She said she thinks the Republican Party has turned its back on America first and the workers and just regular Americans. Also down here, she said, that I don't know what the hell happened with the Republican Party. I really don't. But I'll tell you one thing. The course that it's on, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And I don't care anymore. What? Meanwhile, this must be the good old boys that Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about, right? MAGA Republican Fort Pierce City Commissioner James Taylor, 38. He has gotten arrested and charged with 24 felony counts of allegedly sending birthday photos and explicit messages to a 12-year-old girl, and he is asking that she send pictures back to him alike. His bond is set at $360,000 with restrictions, no contact with the victim, no social media, and to surrender his passport. This is what the GOP is trying to get away from. I feel like it 100%. My Lord. I was over there listening to Tabitha Speaks, and she had this photo up. Black unemployment under the new administrator reaches its highest rate since the pandemic. And I think she said something like the rate for black women, they have lost over 300,000 jobs. Black women. And then she showed this. Tabitha said, when you see people looking at you like this lady over here is looking at Angel Reese, stay away from people like that. Because they're plotting on you. You see how she looking at her? Because she knows that Angel can buy and sell her in a minute. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Stay away from people like that. Keep them out of your space. That's what Tabitha said. You want to know where all this money going that they cutting and going on? ICE is offering $132,000 to $185,000 per year for supervisory roles and $306,000 for a concentration camp manager. Both zero education required. Meanwhile, teachers are making $46,000 a year and nurses are at $68,000. I agree. It's a lie. We can't pay teachers and nurses more. $306,000 for a manager and you don't have no education requirements? So you could just get out the bed, Billy Bob, in the trailer park and go and make $306,000 a year? Meanwhile, I'm supposed to drop the baby off tomorrow. Y'all, I still got the baby weight. And I'm supposed to just let my baby just navigate in this crazy world by herself. I don't know what to do. I'll talk to y'all later.